You looked at was a bearded tit. Now, did anyone get that right? A bearded tit. Okay, not a well-named bird really, because it hasn't got a beard, and that's not a tit. Anyway, but it's called a bearded tit. Okay, the next one, the brown, the little brown jobs we call them because they're difficult to identify, was the nightingale. Anyone get that one? No? Okay, that's all right. Who got the barn owl? Yes, I thought you'd get that one. Did you get anyone get marsh harrier? That was the big bird, the big wide-winged bird. Anyone get it? No. And the last one was bitten. Did anyone get bitten? Okay, so they're the famous five. And what we're going to do, I'm now going to hand you over to Kathy.
Okay, well you're working really well so far, so well done you. What we're going to do is, we thought that it made more sense, we're going to look at our birds in size order.
Hear that? A pin. Try and remember that, because that may come up later. The pin of the bearded tit. Okay, next one then. We don't need a card for that. It's nest. It's made out of reed leaves. So
Reed leaves.
one more table to go.
Have you done woodland?
No, the white flyers look very graceful.
Owl pellets.
We've got owl pellets. We'll shout it out as I say it. So bird number one is a bearded tit. And number two is nightingale.
Well done.
Number three. Yes. Number four. And the last one, number five. Yes.
Oh,
okay.
you're really very clever. Give yourselves a round of applause. Well done.
Ranges round the field edge.
And he's not very good at playing tennis on a tennis court. It's B-E-A-D-Y.
Kit, I like it. So do we think that's the poet? And did you write exactly as you work together?
Yeah, we've
Brilliant.
got the same.
No, fine. I like that. It's always good to share ideas.
The birds are here, oh you watch out. Be careful when you turn around, they could peck you on your snout. Marsh harriers are always on the look, hungry every day, but never like to cook. Beautifully batting around the reed bed, exotic eagles are flying above their heads. A silent ping that you can hear right above your left ear. Darting down as you can see, every mouse is after me, dashing as I go past the sea. The wind is blowing in their face, 'cause they're going in a super fast pace.
Marsh harriers. Marsh harriers are sky dancers. As they somersault through the air, you will turn and sit there and stare. It looks like trapeze. Meat eaters are always on the hunt. If you're not careful, they'll peck you on the bum. Gliders loop the loop while swooping in the air. Others will be losing their hair.
I'll cut those out for you in a moment. Do you want to make the wings? Or your reeds? So this is the surgery. Here we are.
We're in a group of 4 and they're going to do 2 barn owls and 2 mice. And then the barn owls are going to get the mice and eat them.
What's that one? Is that a mouse? is it attacking bird? What is that one? Oh, it's a bird. Oh, right, yes. I think that's the end.
Yeah.
It comes from things that have been in my mind since I was a boy, but technology has only just kind of enabled us to slow birdsong down and convert it into graphics which open up a whole world of understanding birdsong, which we don't really have just out in the field because it's too fast and too high.
Should we give you a little demo of what we've done so far?
That's great. So, do you think you can use that recording in your...
Yeah.
Good. Okay, because these guys have done a Nightingale.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
Oh, good. Oh, I look forward to hearing yours.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to shorten it.
We've been on the computer doing, like making our own like bird sounds. Yeah. And then like recording them and then like doing different things to them so we can put effects on them, like stretch them, which give
And faster them up.
yeah, make them faster, speed them up, slow them down. Then you can make them echo and things like that. And then we're gonna put like a backing track over it, like from the people who have been doing a backing track for the woodwind.
Well, Meg and I met up to discuss the structure of the piece and how we divided up into different sections and focus on the different birds. And very quickly, it was obvious the different characters of the birds and how they were going to work as a puppet show, but also the musical qualities that they have and the different types of musical speeds and colours and characters that we would use. So it was very much a kind of collaboration between the two of us. We didn't have one person who said we should do this and then I'll match that or vice versa. So we worked on it together and hopefully it'll be a good result.
Lights, please, Debra. Wow! I say. Hello. Hello. I said hello. Hello. Well, look at you lot. Don't you all look smashing? There's big ones and small ones, and short ones and tall ones. Oh, there's even a few wrinkly ones as well. Hello, isn't it smashing to have you all here? Oh, but how rude of me. I haven't introduced myself, really. I am such a pigeon sometimes, I don't know. My name is Bernard, and I am an ornithologist. Does anybody know what an ornithologist is? No? Well, I will tell you. An ornithologist is somebody who studies birds. Yes, birds. I just love birds. I can't get enough of them. Birds, birds, birds. The wise ones, the shy ones, the up-flying high ones. I just love, love, love them. And there are 5 very special, famous birds that, if you'll let me, I'd like to tell you about this afternoon. Would you like to hear about the famous 5 birds?
Yes.
Yes. Would you?
Yes.
Oh, would you? Yes. Oh, cock-a-doodle-doo, that is smashing, yes. Well, I tell you what I'll do is I'll tell you a little bit about each of the birds, and then we'll see if you can guess which one it is that I'm talking about, okay? Right, let's get started. Bird number 1. Bird number 1 is a bird with a long spear-like beak, like this. And he walks through the reed beds where he lives, like this. But what was that? It sounded like danger. Now, whenever bird number 1 is in danger, he does 3 very important things. Number 1, he stands up as tall and straight as he can. Number 2, he points his beak straight up into the air, like this. And number 3, he waves from side to side, like this. Camouflage like a reed. Isn't that clever? Now, can anybody guess which bird number 1 is? Oh, yes, you over there.
A stork.
It's not a stork, it's a bit like a stork. What's that?
A bittern.
A bittern, yes, very good. Well done. What's your name, young lady? Oh, that's lovely. Lovely to have you here. And thank you very much. Bird number 1 is the bittern, yes. With his spear-like beak, he seeks a dish. A tasty, juicy, big, fat fish. Search high and low across Great Britain, you won't find a better bird than the bittern. Well, you've learnt all about the 5 famous birds then. We've got the bittern, the bearded tit, the barn owl, the marsh harrier and the nightingale. What we're going to do now is we're going to have a go at learning some of the bird calls that the birds make. So I'm going to divide you up into some groups first. So let's start with these front 2 rows, okay? You're going to be the bitterns. What bird are you going to be? The bittern. Smashing, okay, just hold on a sec. Now, these next 2 rows, could you be the bearded tits for me? Okay. Which birds are you? Bearded tits. Bitterns, bearded tits. You've all got your noises down, which is fantastic. I've got 2 helpers who are going to give you a bit of extra assistance. So, my helpers here, the lovely Alice and the equally lovely Mark.
Hello.
They're going to hand out some instruments to each of the different sections that will help you make the noises. You might not all get an instrument, so you can share between you, and if you don't get an instrument, you can always make the noise with your voice, so that's okay, don't worry about that. Okay, right, so what we're going to try and do is create the soundscape of the Waveney Valley here in the Seagull Theatre Lowestoft. Especially like the few monkeys that we heard in there as well, the Waveney Valley. Well, as you're all such a musical bunch, hang on to your instruments. We've got a little song about the famous 5 birds for you to learn, and my able assistant Meg is going to come down and teach you the song. Hello, Meg. How are you? Good. Meg, I will hand over to you, and here are the boys and girls. Meg's going to teach you the famous 5 birds song. Are you ready?
This is a song of the famous 5. This is a song for the birds.
Stock still as a statue, then its dagger beak stabs and gulps down fish.
Now that there are softer winds and milder and brighter mornings, they hear the unheard song of spring. First, just a whisper that they follow, and you should be looking for her, and you should be looking for him. For this is the time of sky dances, when they find each other in the clear blue above a carpet of golden reeds. He zooms upwards, impossibly high, somersaults, loops the loop, then plummets. With wings folded in, he swoops back and down to her, and she joins him. Together they turn higher, sharper, as if by the hooks of their beaks they draw the smallest threads of sky, such acrobats. Touching talons mid-air, they roll and descend, then lift again.
we received a little baby barn owl in the post the other day. He came to us from the Barn Owl Trust, and it's a bit sad. He hasn't got a mummy or a daddy. He's an orphan barn owl, which means he doesn't have a name. So what we thought we'd quite like to do is run a little competition to see who can come up with the best name for our baby barn owl. Now you'll notice that you've had some little slips on your seats to fill in. If you would like to have a chance of winning our baby barn owl, just fill in the entire slip, put your suggestion in for a name, and leave it in the foyer as you go with your name and address on there. And we'll pick the best name when we finish our show in September, and we'll send the barn owl off to the winner. Okay. Well, thank you very, very much for being such a wonderful audience today. Our very first audience. Has been very exciting to have you. Hope to see you again soon. But in the meantime, it's goodbye from me, it's goodbye from Bob, and I hope you have a safe journey home. Ta-ra!